Hey y'all, we're gonna make the hoe cake, cornbread hoe cake. What we doing? We're gonna start off by, we put cracklings in the hoe cake, and we were scared to go buy some that was already done, but I mean you can buy them in the store, cracklings. So we're gonna make our own, and we've got salted pork or pork belly or what's the other name?
Side meat.
And we cutting it up into small pieces. We're gonna fry it up real good as soon as I get enough cut up, and then we'll have that ready and start making the actual hoe cake. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we got the salt pork cut up, and I started using a cutting board so it made it easier to cut them up in smaller slices. Been tasting the Helene Punch wine, so but everything's okay. And let me explain to why we wanted to do our own. Sometimes when you get cracklings, they can be hard as a rock, or they might be set in the store so long that you don't know how long they've been there, and they may taste old. So we kind of decided we was going to try to make our own. This will be first time doing our own cracklings, but won't be the first time doing a hoe cake, so we're going to give it a try. Now we're going to brown this up, and we'll continue in a little bit. Got it going on.
They smelling good too, let's see.
We'll wait for it to brown up some more. I think we about done. I think we can turn it off. And spoon it onto a plate with a paper towel. Oh yeah. I think that's going to be pretty good right there. Probably actually need a spoon. Let's get us a spoon. Where's my plastic spoon? You don't have to show these. Now, we got them all out. Next, we're gonna mix up our hoe cake. Okay, now we're gonna mix up the hoe cake. The one thing with the hoe cake is we're not gonna use any eggs. We're just gonna use cornmeal. Some people use water instead of milk. My mama told me that she uses milk, so we gonna use milk. So we got 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal. Gonna put that in our bowl. Of course, it's Adaloo. And then we're gonna take milk and we're gonna pour it and mix it up until it's a good batter. And hopefully I don't put too much milk to start with. No, I did alright. We definitely need more. That's looking good. Maybe a little more milk because we haven't got all the cornmeal yet. That should do it, I think. I think a little bit more. Maybe a tad, not much. Put the top on it so I won't pour anymore. So those are the 2 ingredients for the hoe cake. Then we're going to take the cracklings we fried up and we're going to add a few. Now these are really salty,
but they are delicious.
We're not going to use the whole thing. Let's see what that looks like. We'll set them right there. You can add, if you want a lot, add a lot. We're not going to add too many. Maybe a couple more. And that'll do it. Then we'll probably have all those right there for breakfast in the morning. Fix us some grits. I think that's looking pretty good. So the next step is we're going to use, oh no, that might need a little more because we got to be able to pour it into the pan. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, there we go. Now, we'll let that go, and what we're going to do now is take our Crisco all vegetable shortening. We're going to turn on the stove to about medium. we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons. Should be right there somewhere. Of shortening. Oh, don't want to come out. What? We got it now. We're gonna let that melt. We'll leave this here in case we need some more. Wipe my hands off. I see somebody was sneaking some more cracklings.
They are good. They're salty, but they good.
So we're gonna let this melt and get hot. According to my mama, you gotta let it get really hot. So, where's our temperature shooter? We at 199. You want it when you put it in there to like sizzle and make kind of seal the cornbread. Now the grease that we had left from the cracklings, since it was so salty and dark, we poured it out and mainly wiped out the pan so we wouldn't have all that salt. We're at 222. I don't want to go too fast. We'll go a little bit higher than medium. Because once we get it in there, we're going to turn it down and let it cook. 253. We got somebody whining in the background. What did she say it needed to get up to, you remember?
I don't know what Nanny said, but I'd take it as about like frying fish. I'd go to about 3.
Well, we gonna be there. 263. We 3 in the middle. I think we're fixing to go. Ready?
Whenever you are.
We'll check it one more time. Oh yeah. Alright, we're going to pour it in the center. Hear it sizzle. That was Pete. We might have had too much. So now we got it in here. It should be sealed because it did sizzle when we poured it in there. We're going to try to get every last bit out because we like some cornbread.
I sure do.
So now we're going to turn it down and let it cook for about 30 minutes. So we'll let it cook. We'll turn it down to, we'll try that, about a 3. And it's 5:58, so around 6:30, we're going to flip it over. We'll be back with y'all at around 6:30. Okay, y'all, you can see that it's rising, and see how it's browning around the edges, and even this is already dry to the touch. So not sure we're gonna make it to 6:30, but it still move. So we might not make it to 6:30. We're gonna wait for a little while and flip it, but the pan is bigger than the pan we usually use, so it's probably cooking a little bit faster. We'll wait and see. We'll watch it for a little bit longer and see if it browns up some more. But it's still loose. We don't want to burn it. So we'll be back shortly. Alright, y'all, it's about 6:30, it's 6:27. So we're gonna try this trick that Mama said. Take your plate. Pete don't think much of it. Put water all on it. Then you take and you slide your, if we can slide it. We ain't doing too good. Slide. Huh. Let's try it this way. See if it works better on this side. Needs to slide out. We won't use this pan no more. You might have to stop. That was almost a flop. So now we got it on the pan, and we can flip it over and cook the other side. And it didn't even stick to the pan because of the water, or to the plate. So I think we'll cook it probably about 30 more minutes. And then we'll try to get it out again. Okay, y'all. It's been about 30 minutes since we flipped it. So now we're going to take it out. I'm going to try something else. We'll put this, fold that in there. Put my hand right there. I think it's brown. I think maybe should have put a little more milk or something. But anyway, we're gonna taste, we're gonna see what it looks like on the inside. That's not a good sound.
Cornbread's supposed to be crunchy.
That must have been a...
You ain't scaring me yet.
It was pretty good on the inside. We wanted some cornbread because I made some Tex-Mex stew, chili, soup. And we're going to eat the hoe cake with it. Actually, that's not too bad right there. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
So,
Just as I was expecting it to.
that's our cornbread hoe cake. Didn't do the best of jobs, but it tastes good. So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you hadn't already subscribed. And we're going to sit down and eat our soup and our cornbread. Thanks for watching. Bye.